Okay, so let's put a name with a face. My name is Rick Fulcher. I am owner of the channel called RickTube. This is a public apology to Jered Sanders. It was in 2019. He has an album called Hurry Up and Wait, and I really loved the intro that he did for the album. Um, but what I ended up doing, I ended up comparing the rest of the album to how much I liked it. And in that, I remember saying something to him, and the comments were still open on his YouTube link that was there. And I said something, he actually replied, and he was like, wow, like, tough crowd. And I remember saying something about like how these guys, when they get famous, they forget about the wordsmiths. And that's like super prideful on my part. So in any way I may have discouraged Jered Sanders, I want to formally apologize, because it's really not okay if somebody's doing a work of ministry and you discourage them. And the reason I say that was not because he replied back and said anything crazy or anything like that. It was because when I kind of got convicted about it 6 months later, back in 2019, the comments for his video were locked. So I know that what I said had to have just kind of been a blow. Like, and it says a lot, because and I'm telling you this just because the Lord is, how he convicted me, but he really pressed on me recently to post this, or just to put an apology out there. And I reached out from a mutual friend, Sean Johnson, that I've known for a long time, to have him reach out. But this is just something I want to make sure I do. But what it says, when you tell somebody that they are somebody who's already doing their best, because we're not supposed to do this doing any less, for the Lord Jesus, we don't do that. When you bring criticism to somebody like that, you are telling them they're not doing their best. And there is a big problem with that. That's a huge problem. You don't tell somebody they're not doing their best, just do better. Like, that's not helping them. That doesn't help them do better. And you're insinuating they're not giving their all in worship. That would be similar to seeing somebody who has got their hand raised in worship in a church service, and because they're not running around the church at that time, you are telling them that they are not giving their best. Who are you to say such a thing? Because it's all a form of worship to God. Whether somebody is super lyrical or they're not, that's a matter of preference. I personally am more on the lyrical side. That's just my preference. I love that stuff. I love creativity. And unfortunately, with that, I believe my double type A side from my parents kind of got the better of me, because I like to press myself super hard. So I have the highest standards for myself, but in times past, I have burned a lot more bridges than I would care to mention, because of the fact that I put that standard on other people, because I want them to perform to my standard. And that's not okay, because Jesus created somebody with one gift and he created somebody with many gifts. And so because one person is more talented than another, their worship is at whatever level it is. And so because somebody's worship or their form of expression may not be on 12, maybe they don't have that talent for 12. So you can't expect 12 talent out of everybody. And this is coming from a former critic. So I have more I have more relationships I've destroyed just out of being critical. And that thing will sit on me, unfortunately, but that's just a thing that I just have to deal with. It's more of just a spirit than it is like a stronghold or anything. So with that, I just want to apologize to anybody else that I may have damaged through my critical nature. Don't anybody ask me how your shoes look with your outfit, because I'm not going to tell you, because I don't want to have to keep putting up videos like this to apologize. So on that note, sir, if you ever see this video, please forgive me, man. Not my intent to discourage you. You keep on pressing on and doing what you're supposed to do, man. Go hard for the kingdom.